Does the hype match the taste? It's the Eagle Rare episode. I was finally able to get my hands on some Eagle Rare here in South Jersey. We're gonna do the same thing with this Eagle Rare that we do every single episode. We're gonna smell it, we're gonna taste it, we're gonna note the finish, and then we're gonna rate it out of 10 barrels, and then read an actual review. This bottle of bourbon from Buffalo Trace, this Eagle Rare 10-year, gets sold in South New Jersey for $175. Disgusting. A little background before we start. Eagle Rare is distilled at Buffalo Trace, one of the many allocated bourbons at Buffalo Trace. It is 90 proof and aged, as you guessed it, 10 years. The mash bill is undisclosed, but for those in the know, it is Buffalo Trace's mash bill number 1. MSRP is for roughly $30 to $35. Ooh, good sound there. All right. Good pour. Wow. Just on the pour, I haven't even nosed it. Intense cotton candy. All right, well, let's go in. It's very sweet. It's cotton candy, almost like Pop Rocks maybe, if you're a 90s kid. Again, it's only 90 proof, so it shouldn't be too overwhelming. But for right now, I'm impressed with the nose. So we'll just say cotton candy. Cheers. That's a refreshing sip. I'm going to say like brown sugar is the first thing I taste. So cotton candy to brown sugar, I guess, makes more sense. I would think regular sugar would make a little more sense, but to me, this is really brown sugary. It's very sweet. I don't typically love overly sweet anything. Gummies, gushers, anything like that. I'm not a huge fan. I like seldom eat sweets, depending if I'm bulking or cutting. Lots of candy. I mean, I might get a cavity drinking this thing for $35. If you can find it, if you're fortunate enough to find it for that much. This is a solid pour, I think. Now, I'm getting a very interesting note on the back end, the finish. On the back end, I'm actually getting bubblegum. We go from cotton candy, sugar, brown sugar to bubblegum. Wow. You may have to make sure your mouth is ready for this thing. I'd say a medium finish. It's not overwhelming. It's not memorable. The finish is so short. It's gone. The finish is gone. It's gone. That's going to downgrade it a little bit. I think I jumped out of the gate maybe a little too heavy on some of my previous barrel ratings. I think maybe we're a half point too high on everything. So I'm sort of course correcting all of those. I would contend that for someone with my palate, it is perhaps too sweet to enjoy other than occasionally. And I think that is probably what's going to drop it down for me, only because if I'm paying secondary market price for this Eagle Rare, I want to be able to really enjoy it, and I just don't think it's one of those bourbons. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give the Eagle Rare aged 10 years a 6.5. Let's check out Breaking Bourbon. For the nose, Eagle Rare 10 single barrel has a subtle yet delicious nose. I could not agree more. Up front, I'm hit with strong sense of orange peels and citrus mixed with aged oak. I didn't get any of that whatsoever. I thought it was cotton candy to a T, but that's why we're all different. The palate, simplistically sweet, without a ton of depth. Upfront notes of honey, toasted brown sugar, new oak, and light traces of white pepper are all present. Not deep, but very tasty. I would completely agree. We had the brown sugar. Kudos to me. For the finish. The finish continues a trend of sweetness that is found in the nose and the palate. Medium in length, the most predominant notes are bubblegum. Boom! Boom, boom. Feeling the refinement. After a delicious palate, I had high expectations for a deeper finish, but not the case. While not bad per se, it also is nothing memorable either. Yes! So we're basically in lockstep between the two of us. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Unrefined. Please continue to subscribe, like, and comment. Leave your review of Eagle Rare 10-year in the comment section below. And we'll keep chatting, keep enjoying each other, keep enjoying this conversation. Please enjoy bourbon however you like it. That's how you should drink it. See you next time.